Good afternoon, everybody. It's 2 p.m. I just spent the night with some pretty crippling insomnia and migraines, and thankfully I do have a care plan in place that after a decade of trying different kinds of cares and therapies, I use this care plan that the VA helps me with. And I took care of myself and rested a lot. And I'm having a late lunch. I have a lot of errands to do before dinner time. And I also have school starting tomorrow, but I thought I'd just do a little fun video showing myself making lunch. And the reason I call it fun is because I bought something at my local natural food store. We don't have Whole Foods in Anchorage. We just have a single location natural food store called Natural Pantry. We also have a couple of little grocers that feature foods from different cultures. They're everywhere here, especially, Korean and Japanese food. That's pretty common. They have a great Mexican food store somewhere. I've never been to it before, but I've heard of it. But I went there. I went to the natural food store here, and I'm so grateful that we have it because it really has the best, they really have a lot of great food and a lot of great produce. But I bought something special, and I'm going to make a fruit bowl with it. I'm sure this is going to show up backwards, but it says Pink Glow Pineapple, and it's a pink pineapple. And I never noticed it before. I don't know if they sold it before or if I just walked past it and never saw it. But oh my God. When it comes to anything pink, I love many colors, especially, forgive me if it's in the pastel line. I just love the calming effect of pastels. And mermaid colors, if you want to, unicorn, mermaid, anything like that. It's just fun for me. But for pink, if I see something pink and I'm out shopping, my two questions are, is it pink? And do I have money? And if I have any kind of money, I will buy the pink item. So, pink pineapple, I'm going to cut it. I think this might be a good one. This bread knife might be a good fit. So, I'm going to try to position it so that you can see me cutting it. I also went shopping at Sephora for the first time. Not the first time, maybe the second time. I don't go there very often, but I did recently. And I was shocked at how amazing their perfumes were, their face products are. I usually go to Ulta because they have an Ulta near my place in my area of town. I didn't know how amazing Sephora was, because Sephora sells Japanese and Korean skincare products, and I've always been a fan, like before it became a worldwide trend. When I was in Korea in 2008, when I was stationed there, I was a bad girl. I would blow my paycheck in an hour on beauty products, and they had, it basically looked like when you wore Korean moisturizing products or any kind of, you would want to buy all of it because it made your skin so healthy. I don't know what they put in it. Don't want to know. But oh my God, it was the best period for my skin in my life. Now, I was also 18. However, the humidity there and the combination of the humidity and the beauty products, oh my God, it made my skin look so good. So I went to Sephora and I bought some moisturizers, and I might even share them after I'm done here. But I just was so happy. I went there and I bought a moisturizer and then like I don't know if you call it serum, but it was a special type of emulsion. And I wanted to buy more, but good Lord, it was expensive, but it was worth it. And I think that if you're a person who doesn't like moisturizer or can't afford moisturizer, my recommendation is just eat well. Do the best you can with the budget you have to eat well. And I actually found that if you go to a farmer's market, at least in my area, it's cheaper than going to the natural grocer, which I did that just for fun. I did it because I hadn't been there in a while. But natural foods, local foods, it's actually really cheap. And that on its own just does a lot for your skin. I also use a lot of Epsom salt. I bathe in it. I use body washes made with it. You know, good old Dr. Teal's. I love Dr. Teal's. I use it because it doesn't irritate my skin, and it leaves it really soft. So, those are some ways to take care of your skin. I also use almond oil or just any, you know, when I was broke a while back, I would just use a cooking oil, and not a cooking oil, olive oil on my body. I keep it away from my face because it's it's bacterial. What do you call it? Comedogenic, but it is really good for the rest of your skin. And then I just put almond oil on my face or grapeseed oil on my face. And then I'd cover it with an inexpensive moisturizer too. Thankfully, I'm not doing that anymore. It was just a way to keep my skin healthy and nourished. So there's a lot of great ways to take care of your skin that doesn't include moisturizing, but moisturizing has to be my favorite way. It's so much fun, and you can try different products, and I just love waking up in the morning and seeing my face is glowing. I don't even wash my face in the morning. I just do it at night because I make sure that the steam from my shower and bath kind of helps purify my pores. I let myself sweat. And then I just gently wash my face with some gentle cleanser. I don't use what do you call it? Exfoliant, because my skin is super delicate and all that does is pull and scratch on it, and I don't want the long-term effects of that. I actually personally believe that exfoliants are harsh. They're too harsh for a lot of people's skin. If you have a tendency to get dry patches, I think it's good for like spot treatment. But personally, I don't like using exfoliant. The most exfoliant I will use is a washcloth, like a terry cloth, soft washcloth. I don't go out and scrub my face to high heaven. I don't think it's necessary, and I think it's harmful, in my humble opinion. But, let's see. So, that's what it looks like so far. I'm going to get some berries, and I'm going to just make a bowl a fruit bowl. And I probably will toast a bagel because I love bagels and I have them more often than I should every day. I have one bagel every other day and sometimes every day. I'm also going to make an iced coffee. Oh yeah, and school starts tomorrow in the mornings, which will be an interesting experience because I'm not a morning person. Or I am. I wake up in mid-morning, like 9 to 10 usually. If I'm in a good place, I wake up at around 9 or 10. And the reason for that is just I've always been a night owl, and I've never tried to hate on myself for it, because I know that society thinks night owls are lazy, and I will agree with you in part. However, I also think that because it's late at night and peaceful and quiet, you can really hear your thoughts. And that, in my opinion, that's a good thing. Like, you can really connect with yourself and be creative if you're so inclined. Like, if you want to sit up and meditate or do, an art project or just write, it's easier for me to do that. And if I don't do that, especially late at night, I don't feel like myself. So for me, I go to bed at around midnight or 1. I try to get 9 hours of sleep in, or at least make room for me to get 8 hours, because sometimes I wake up often, actually. But if I make sure that I get enough rest, I get up at 9, and then I usually have another period where I prepare for my day, and I think about what I'm going to accomplish in the day. And I'll say it has a 60% success rate so far. And with school, oh my God, I don't know if they made this pineapple crossed with like a grapefruit or something, or a watermelon. I don't know, but oh my God. I'll try to explain what it tastes like. It's like, so regular pineapple is pretty bright and very acidic, and almost to the point where I don't eat it very often because it is a bit harsh. This is a lot more mellow and okay, pineapple's tropical, but how do I put this? It's like sitting on the beach and having a very nice tropical pink cocktail without the alcohol. Just a lovely, I'm not very good at this, please forgive me, but it's like a very lovely pink sunset cocktail, almost. I think that's the best way for me to describe it. And I think I detect maybe a hint of a type of citrus in there. So it could be grapefruit, it could be crossbred with grapefruit. I don't know. I haven't Googled why it's pink, but it's really amazing. I really wish that there was a way for me to cut pineapple without, I mean, I did my best to cut only the skin off, but I don't know how well I did. I feel like I'm losing so much of the fruit, but I did do the best I could. It's just so lovely. It tastes so good. I don't know, I just had, like the last, I'd say 6 months, I've been pretty conservative with my spending. For the most part, I only got what I needed. And I'm a spender. I'm an investor, I would say. If you're going to categorize me, I got away from talking about school, but I'll get back to that. But if you were to categorize me in a term of finances, I'm an investor. I want to actually cultivate that gift instead of trying to force myself to be a budgeter or a saver. I actually think that the best approach for me with wealth is to become an investor and well educated in how I love to spend money, but I always put it into things that are meaningful to me and things that I use and pay off for me in terms of benefits in the long run. I do love to shop, but I always pick things that are meaningful to me, even if it's a bit in excess. And instead of trying to suppress that, I feel like over the last 6 months, I've realized with the way I save and budget things, I feel like I actually need to learn how to be an investor, even if it's just in pennies for now. And so I'll be talking a bit more about that later on. But I also wanted to talk a bit about, I'll talk about school in a second. But I don't know, on a whim, I decided, hey, it's been a while. I miss shopping for healthy food. And I've been eating healthy, but it's very basic and kind of boring, honestly. I feel like I want to go and buy myself a nice haul of fresh food and start kind of cooking again, because I'm going to need healthy meals when I'm in school. And so I got this pineapple, and then I got a variety of different mushrooms that were grown locally. Oh, I don't know why. So I have a fear of mushrooms, especially wild ones. I don't know why. If they're alive, growing in the woods, no thank you. I will go the other direction. No. I don't know why. Can't fully explain it. I've been like that since I was a kid. But at the same time, I will have cravings for mushrooms, and I think it's because they have vitamin D in them. And so I'm at the store and I'll pick one up, but I'll use it like a bag or something like a glove, and I'll try to pick it up like this, and I'll pretend it's not unnerving me, but I'm also thinking at the same time that you're gonna be delicious later, because I eat mushrooms, but I always kind of thought they looked like little alien. They're not plants, they're not animals, they're very weird. They're just little alien things. I don't know what to call them. But they are good, especially steak grilled. So for me, a good oyster mushroom pressed on a frying pan with some butter and a little bit of olive oil, and some salt and pepper, maybe whatever other seasonings you want. You fry it and you put another pan on top and you press it, and it comes out like a steak. And I'm not a vegan, however, I will happily eat a steak grilled oyster mushroom. They're good, and it's a great way to switch up my normal recipes that I normally rotate into my life. So I'm going to be cooking a lot while I'm in school. I'm also going to try and start exercising. I want to give myself time to focus on school first before I overwhelm myself. And sorry, I went quiet there. But with school, excuse me, I have classes in the morning. And then I'm going to try and make sure that I have times planned out to do my homework, because I have a tendency to let it slip. Or, you know, a migraine will get to me, and then I'll lose track. And I want to make sure I try my best to stay ahead of it. I'll talk a bit more about that. But right now, I'm going to make this pineapple berry bowl. I think I'll just use, I don't know, blueberries or blackberries? Blackberries, I think, sounds right to me. I have raspberries and I have blackberries. Give these a good rinse. Also, I'm sorry if my conversation seems meandering. I'm still recovering. I'm in that fatigue stage after your migraine passes. And I haven't made my coffee yet. I try to avoid caffeine when I have a migraine. But when, you know, after the fatigue passes, I take my vitamins, I wait a couple hours, and then I have coffee. I think my one vice is coffee. Well, not my one vice. My one other vice is coffee. Money, shopping, shopaholic stuff. That's my other vice, I think. Also, do you like my shirt? I've been hearing a lot of cool things about the show, and I saw that it was put out on Netflix, and I knew of it years ago. I don't remember exactly when it came out, but I'm just now starting to watch it, and I like it. I like it. It's an interesting story. I'm not even into anime, but I think I might start. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to eat all of this pineapple, so I'm going to freeze it. I made myself learn a quick lesson, or I made myself learn a lesson to, if I buy perishable food, make sure that I only buy what I can either freeze or eat within a week. I have a tendency to go over that, and I end up with a bunch of food that's old. Or get creative, like make sure you use the recipes that you have, or use the food that you have to make new recipes is rather what I meant. I'm not really doing anything fancy with these. I'm just putting them in the bowl, positioning them in a cute way. This is fun. I like this. You know, with the keto craze, I hope the keto craze is past. I haven't heard a lot about it, except for my mom. But the reason I'm mentioning that is because with all of this amazing nutritious food, out there that is not keto friendly, like healthy, like fruit. You know, it just makes me sad that people would say, oh, well, fruit makes you fat, which also is ridiculous. I've never seen a person overweight on fruit. Mm-mm. That's silly. I think imbalance can make you overweight. I mean, I'm still working on it. I'm making progress, but I don't think that any one food or nutrient that is a natural need for your body is making you fat. Just my opinion. It's imbalance. Any kind of imbalance. It could be emotional, mental, physical. If it's an emotional imbalance, you'll find comfort in food. It's as simple as that. I know I did. And now I think that it's shifted from trying to restrict myself to being in excess to being restrictive again, and then it switched to something much more healthy. I don't fear food. And I think that this dish that I'm making right now, excuse me, as simple as it may be, is very healthy and nutritious, and it may have a lot of sugar, and I may not be able to finish it all. However, I will happily enjoy this beauty right here. Let me just show it to you. Isn't that cute? So, I'm going to save the rest of this, I think. Let me just show you what I got here. I'll save the rest of that for, freeze it, and I'll do something great with it. I don't know what yet. But I love being creative in general, food and painting and music. And I think even athletics has a creative bend to it. So I'm going to do, I don't know. Maybe I'll make a dessert with it. Maybe I'll just make a great smoothie with it. We'll see. And that's another thing. I don't really like smoothies that much. They always make me have weird sugar cravings when I try to drink them. Even with protein in them. It doesn't work for me. However, for fun, I don't know, maybe I'll make an adult smoothie. I'll make a frozen cocktail or something. We'll see. But I'll talk about that a bit more later. I think for right now, I'm just going to make my coffee. And I think that's all. This was just a chit chat showing you an interesting pineapple. And I think that's everything today. Yeah. And I hope you guys have a good day. If you're a migraine sufferer like me, or you have other conditions connected to it like I do, I feel for you. My heart goes out to you. And don't feel bad for looking after yourself. I know that's a common statement, but really, like, you may not realize just how much you're affecting your life by feeling any sort of guilt for delaying on plans to look after yourself. And eventually, if you have loved ones who don't seem to quite get it, and they may feel like they're taking it personally, eventually they will come around. It's good to set healthy boundaries and just take care of yourself anyway. All right. I don't mean to sound preachy, but it's super important, and I had to learn that the hard way. I love you all. Have an awesome day.